Some upcoming games make you cancel plans, set midnight alarms, and rehearse the sick day excuse you're gonna use on launch morning. These aren't just games. They're worlds built to swallow you whole. From a city drowning in neon lights where every corner hides a crime, to a war that crawled up from underground and ended the world in a single day, now we uncover the 10 upcoming AAA games we can't wait for. Kicking off the list at number 10, it's Grand Theft Auto 6. This is the game that's gonna freeze the entire industry the week it drops, because nobody is brave enough to release something the same week as Rockstar. Here's where we are right now. The launch is locked in for November 19th, 2026. That's after 2 delays. Originally it was 2025, then it got pushed to spring 2026, then finally it slid to that November date. And here's a fresh detail that hasn't gotten enough attention. Take-Two has its next earnings call on May 21st, and that call is basically the moment of truth. The November 2026 date was actually announced minutes before the previous earnings call back in November 2025. So fans are bracing themselves either way. We're heading to the state of Leonida, basically Rockstar's pretend Florida, with dual protagonists, Jason and Lucia. It's a Bonnie and Clyde setup, with Lucia stepping up as the first female lead in a modern mainline GTA and the first to get full voice acting in the series. Vice City returns, but this is modern day, not the 80s. And just to put the hype in perspective, Trailer 2 racked up over 475 million views in 24 hours when it dropped. That's not a game trailer, that's a global event. Platforms? PS5 and Xbox Series only. No last gen, no Switch 2. And brace yourself, there's still no PC version announced. Most insiders peg PC for late 2026, at the earliest more likely 2027. So if you're a PC-only player, start saving up for a console, because waiting another year on top of the wait you've already done is gonna be brutal. At number 9 is 007 First Light, and this one is actually really close. May 27th, 2026. Basically right around the corner. PS5, Xbox Series, and PC, with the Nintendo Switch 2 version delayed to later this summer. Quick reminder, this is IO Interactive's Bond game, not Hitman with a Daniel Craig face. This is a brand new origin story for a 26-year-old Bond about to earn his 0-0 status. The face is modeled after Dexter, Original Sin actor Patrick Gibson.
I'm honored to announce that I'm playing James Bond in IO Interactive's much-anticipated game, 007 First Light.
The first custom video game Bond since 2001's Agent Under Fire. The cast is stacked. Lenny Kravitz plays the villain Balma. Gemma Chan plays Dr. Selena Tan. And the theme song? Lana Del Rey, who actually submitted a track for Spectre back in 2015 that got rejected. Now she's in Bond 10 years later through the front door. Gameplay pulls free-flow combat from Batman, Arkham and cinematic set pieces from Uncharted, bolted onto a Hitman-style sandbox. You can sneak, fight, or sweet-talk your way through. Around 20 hours of campaign, and the first mission has Bond infiltrating a chess tournament in the Slovakian Carpathian Mountains. Number 8 is Gears of War E-Day, and this one we now know a lot more about thanks to a recent Xbox announcement. The Coalition is co-developing this with People Can Fly, and Xbox just confirmed there's a dedicated Gears of War. E-Day Direct Xbox just confirmed there's a dedicated Gears of War. E-Day Direct happening soon, right after the main Xbox game showcase. So expect the floodgates to open in about a month. Release window was somewhere in fall 2026. Most reliable leakers are saying September or November to line up with Gears' 20th anniversary. Yes, the original Gears of War came out in 2006, which means we are old now. Sit with that. This is set 14 years before the first game on Emergence Day itself, the day the Locust Horde first crawled out of the ground and turned everything sideways. Marcus Phoenix is back, but he's young, dumb, hasn't taped a chainsaw to his rifle yet, and he's about to have the worst day of his life. The reveal trailer used Tears for Fears Mad World, which is a direct callback to the original 2006 trailer that basically launched the entire franchise into the stratosphere. Here's something not many people are talking about. There's a Gears of War movie in development at Netflix, produced by David Leitch of Bullet Train fame. It was supposed to line up with E-Day's release, but the producers have already confirmed it won't make the launch window. Still, it's coming. At number 7, the game we've been waiting on since 2018, The Elder Scrolls 6. That's almost 8 years since the announcement teaser. 8 years. Bethesda announced this thing before TikTok was popular. Here's what's new. As of early 2026, the majority of Bethesda Game Studios is now actively working on the project, with the team passing what Todd Howard called a major internal milestone. And here's the big tech update. It's running on Creation Engine 3. Not Creation Engine 2 from Starfield, not Unreal Engine 5. A brand new in-house iteration that Howard says is finally letting them build stable, testable builds, addressing one of Starfield's biggest behind-the-scenes pain points. Setting? Hammerfell is the heaviest rumor, possibly paired with High Rock, meaning the Iliac Bay region. That actually lines up with some pretty wild leaks suggesting naval combat, shipbuilding, fortress construction, and underwater exploration. If true, that's a massive departure from anything Skyrim ever did. Former Skyrim co-lead designer Kurt Kuhlman gave an interview to PC Gamer in January 2026, revealing that the original concept for Elder Scrolls 6 was meant to follow the Empire Strikes Back structure. With the Thalmor, those elven supremacist villains from Skyrim were supposed to actually win at the end, a bad ending leading into Elder Scrolls 7. Bethesda apparently shelved that idea, but it tells you how ambitious the original pitch was. Release window? Realistically late 2027 or more likely somewhere in 2028. It's confirmed for Xbox Series and PC, but Microsoft's multi-platform shift means a PS5 version is increasingly likely. Number 6 is one I'm genuinely excited about. Phantom Blade Zero. This is from S-Game, a Beijing-based studio, and they confirmed the release date at the Game Awards 2025, September 9th, 2026. What's the hook? You play as Soul, an elite assassin who's been framed for murdering his master and poisoned with a ruined heart. He has 66 days to live. That's it. The entire campaign is structured around that countdown. This thing is being built in Unreal Engine 5 with full motion capture, and S-Game calls the style kungfupunk, a blend of Hong Kong martial arts cinema, steampunk, dark fantasy, and folk horror. There are over 30 weapons and 20 plus phantom edges.
We have 30 main weapons and more than 20 secondary weapons. You can pick 2 primary weapons and 2 secondary weapons, so all these 4 combined.
Basically signature techniques you steal from bosses you defeat. There are also 8 different endings, 4 difficulty modes including a hardcore mode where the AI actually adapts to how you fight, and a boss rush mode after the credits roll. Platforms: PS5 and PC at launch on September 9th, and S-Game confirmed a 12-month console exclusivity deal with PlayStation, meaning Xbox players are locked out until at least September 2027. If Black Myth Wukong proved anything, it's that Chinese-developed AAA games can absolutely compete on the global stage. Phantom Blade Zero was the next big test, and based on every preview so far, it might just stick the landing. At number 5, The Witcher 4, and yes, I know, the wait is brutal. CD Projekt Red officially confirmed via their March 2026 fiscal report that the game will not launch before 2027 at the earliest, and most realistic projections are landing on late 2027 or 2028. They're not messing around this time. As of March 2026, there are 499 employees on the project. Polish industry analyst Mateusz Krzyzanowski estimates the game's development budget at around $390 million, with another $390 million for marketing. That puts it among the most expensive games ever made, bigger than Cyberpunk 2077's budget by a wide margin. Ciri is the protagonist this time, voiced by British actress Sierra Berkeley, who replaces Joe Wyatt from Wild Hunt. CDPR auditioned hundreds of actresses over 12 months before landing on her. Doug Cockle is back as Geralt, but he's a supporting character now. This is Ciri's Saga. The game is being built in Unreal Engine 5, and CDPR is doing something they've never done before, a console-first development approach. That's a direct response to the Cyberpunk 2077 launch disaster, where they built it on PC and watched it implode on PS4 and Xbox One. This time, the base PS5 is the foundation, and PC scales up from there. A new Witcher school is in the game, the School of the Lynx, and the story takes you to Cover, a region only mentioned in the books and prior games but never explored. The whole new trilogy is planned to release within a 6-year window, which is fast by CDPR standards. It's confirmed for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Number 4. Finally, a release date that's actually nailed down. Marvel's Wolverine. Insomniac officially confirmed September 15th, 2026 on February 24th of this year. PS5 exclusive at launch, with a PC port almost certainly coming a year or two down the line if Spider-Man's pattern holds. This is being built as a global thriller that takes Logan from Madripoor, that fictional crime-soaked island nation, to Japan to Canada. Liam McIntyre, who played Spartacus, is voicing Wolverine. The combat is described by Insomniac as fast, fluid, and ferocious, with a rage system that builds during fights, letting you unleash Berserker mode. Logan's healing factor is also a real-time gameplay mechanic. He takes massive damage and you watch the skin and muscle regenerate over his adamantium skeleton, just like the 2009 X-Men Origins game did. It's confirmed mature rated, cut limbs, blood spray, the works. Insomniac flat out said this game is much darker and more brutal than anything they've done before. Confirmed villains and supporting characters from leaks back in 2023 include Mystique, Omega Red, and Jean Grey, who's reportedly playable in some sections. This is officially the first game in a planned X-Men trilogy from Insomniac. The licensing deal with Marvel actually blocks any other publisher from announcing X-Men console games during the agreement, meaning Insomniac essentially has the franchise on lock for the foreseeable future. A spring update is supposed to drop before the end of June 2026, likely at Summer Game Fest or a Sony State of Play, so we should see a proper gameplay deep dive any week now. At number 3, Forza Horizon 6, and this is one a lot of people will sleep on, but they shouldn't. The release date is May 19th, 2026. That is less than 2 weeks from now if you're watching this when it drops. Premium Edition Early Access starts May 15th, coming to Xbox Series and PC, with a confirmed PS5 version landing later in 2026. Setting? Japan. Finally, fans have been begging Playground Games for a Japan setting since the original Forza Horizon launched in 2012, and they're finally delivering. The map covers Tokyo, Mount Fuji, Kyoto, Mountain Touch passes straight out of Initial D, snowy roads, cherry blossoms, the works. Over 550 real-world cars at launch, which is the biggest roster in series history. Here's the new stuff that wasn't in any earlier coverage. Playground Games confirmed 5 major new systems in their April 2026 Xbox Wire breakdown. There's a Fog of War map system where the world fills in as you explore. There's an aftermarket car system where time-limited vehicles spawn at discounted prices around the world. There are collectible mascots scattered across regions, basically figurines that reward off-road exploration with XP. And there's a new feature called The Journal, which is inspired by Japanese stamp collecting culture and tracks your visits to landmarks. This is also the first Forza Horizon coming to PlayStation. That's a massive shift for Microsoft's first-party strategy, and it's a sign of where things are going. Game Pass on day 1 for Xbox players. Pre-order bonus is a custom Ferrari J50 in your garage. Number 2, the big one for Xbox fans, Fable. After 16 years away, the franchise is back, and Playground Games is the studio handling it. They confirmed at the January 22nd, 2026 Xbox Developer Direct that it's launching in fall 2026, most likely August, September, or October to dodge GTA 6's November release. Day one on Xbox Game Pass, and this is huge, day one on PS5 as well. First Fable game ever on a PlayStation console. The world of Albion is fully open world for the first time in series history. Over 1,000 fully voice-acted, handcrafted NPCs, every single one with their own daily schedules, relationships, and reactions to your behavior. Every house in the game can be entered. The morality system is back, but it's not the old good versus evil binary. It's now reputation-based. Your actions accumulate traits, and different communities react differently. Rich nobles love you for your wealth, commoners resent you for it, and your reputation in one town doesn't necessarily carry to the next. You can buy houses, become a landlord, evict tenants if you want to be a jerk, get married, have kids, all of which dynamically affects the world. Combat is third person and lets you fluidly weave between sword, ranged, and magic. Returning enemies include Hobbs, Hollow Men, and Balverines, plus a new boss called the Cockatrice, which is basically a fire-breathing chicken, and yes, that's the kind of British humor we're getting here. One thing some longtime fans are bummed about, there are no dogs in the game. Yes, the iconic Fable dog companion is gone. The developers acknowledged it but haven't ruled it out for the future. And finally, at number 1, Marvel's Blade from Arkane Lion. This is the studio behind Dishonored, Deathloop, and Prey, and Marvel's Blade is going to be their biggest swing yet. Now the release date situation, the latest from industry insider Jeff Grubb is that Arkane Lion is targeting 2027. The team entered full production at the end of 2024, according to the studio's financial filing, and Arkane co-creative director Dinga Bakaba confirmed in January 2026 on social media that the team is working relentlessly and the game is special. Setting: Paris after dark under quarantine, completely overrun with vampires. You play as Eric Brooks, the Daywalker himself, and Bakaba, who is from Paris originally, has talked about how personal this project is for him. It's third person, which is a major shift for Arkane since Dishonored, Prey, and Deathloop were all first person. It's being built on Arkane's proprietary Void engine. The game is officially confirmed for Xbox Series and PC, and it'll be on Game Pass at launch. That part is locked. No official PS5 announcement yet, but given Microsoft's recent multi-platform shift, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle landed on PS5, Hi-Fi Rush did too, most insiders expect Blade to follow the same path. The leaker EX-1 has already claimed the game will hit PS5, Xbox, and PC together. If Arkane delivers an immersive sim Marvel game with their level of storytelling and environmental detail, this could honestly redefine what licensed superhero games look like. The bar is high. Arkane historically clears it. That's the list. 2026 and 2027 are absolutely stacked. Drop a comment with which one you're hyped for most. Smash that like button if you enjoyed, and hit subscribe for more rankings every single week. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.